What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we are going to be previewing the Manchester City home game against Port Vale in the FA Cup third round match. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you're enjoying the content and you want to see more videos, and make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. We're aiming for 5,300 subscribers at the time of recording now. We're only 70 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can check my social media links out, which are in the description below and popping up on screen for my Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below with your score and team prediction for this game. So we're going to crack on with this video first and speak about our opposition's Port Vale. Now, for anyone that isn't aware of who Port Vale are, no disrespect to Port Vale and their fans, but I do have some subscribers that aren't from this country that follow Premier League football but don't know too much about football in England lower than the Premier League. Port Vale are a team in League 2, which is the fourth division in England. They're unbeaten in their last 5 games. They'll be well up for this cup game. They're coming to the Etihad Stadium. They've sold it out, 7,500 fans. I mean, I reckon England is the only country in the world where a 4th division side can bring 7,500 fans to an away game, sell it out weeks in advance, and could probably easily have brought more. But it pretty much, in summary, tells me that it is their cup final. They're going up against Manchester City, the Premier League back-to-back champions and the current holders of the FA Cup. Port Vale and their fans are going to be well up for it. They're going to have a great day. To me, this is all about what the Cup is about. This is why Port Vale, who entered at the first round of the FA Cup, have wanted to get to the third round. You want to be able to draw one of the big teams and be able to go and enjoy yourself and have a great away day where you're able to not just bring the normal 2,900 fans to the Etihad Stadium, but you can bring more than double, 7,500 fans coming in the evening to Manchester. It's not too far away from Stoke-on-Trent either for them to be able to travel. They're going to have an absolute cracking day. 5:30 kickoff, or 5:31 for the kickoff time. They're going to have a brilliant day and evening in Manchester, so I hope that all the Port Vale fans, bar the result for this game, I hope they all have a cracking away day. Absolutely awesome. But I'm not going to lie about Port Vale. I haven't heard of too many of their players. Whilst I'm all familiar with their club, and I know that they're a good, grinding, hard team who have a very loyal support, shall we say, about them. But in terms of their team themselves, I don't know too much about them. I've only heard of a couple of their players. Tom Pope, the striker, I've heard of. Decent striker, a good lower league striker. He'll be able to cause problems, but he did start on the bench in their last game against Macclesfield, which Port Vale drew 2-2. So I'm not too sure whether he was rested to start in this game or he just isn't a regular starter, if he's going to start in this game or not, but remains to be seen. I've also heard of David Amoo, their winger. He scored in the game against Macclesfield, and he's a former Liverpool man, former Liverpool youngster that played for them. That's now earning his trade at Port Vale. So, whilst I don't know too much about them, I do know a lot about Manchester City, and I do know what will cause us problems. And first things first, balls over the top, the long ball, the speciality of lower league football. They know to put longer balls into the box, cause Manchester City problems because we play that high line and we haven't got too much height available to us. They know that if they put a big man up top, it will be able to cause us problems. We've seen it time and time again. But the most important thing when putting balls in over the top, I call it kick and chase. You need to be very good at chasing and pressing, and the key attribute to that is being quick. So if they've got any attacking players that are quick, to me, they should be starting in this game. It will cause us problems. That is how Premier League teams have managed to be so effective against City this season. Not so much balls over the top, because lots of teams try it. You've got to be able to be quick. You've got to be able to get to them balls over the top and get in and around our defence. Then our defence ends up looking very disjointed. But this is something that I've come to expect from Premier League teams, because they've got the money and the quality to be able to sign these players. Have they got it in the lower league? Well, it remains to be seen. But all I know is Port Vale and their fans and their players will be well up for this game. So, yeah, where do Port Vale go? What do Port Vale want? Well, Port Vale, they'll definitely want to be able to have a huge scalp on their hands. What a cup upset it will be. Like I said, it's all about what the FA Cup third round is all about, really. The Premier League big boys come into the game, you're able to cause an upset, and I can guarantee there'll be at least one or two upsets. Might not be from the big boys, but one or two Premier League teams may well be upset from lower league teams or top championship teams being beaten by teams in lower divisions. It happens all the time in the FA Cup, and with so many fixtures coming in over the festive period, teams are going to be making changes that they know that if they can just grind and work hard for this one game in that 90 minutes, then you're well on your way to possibly causing a cup upset. So we need to be very careful about that. In terms of the game itself, I think it's up to City to be able to raise the standards here for this game. Port Vale will defend in numbers. Are they going to come forward? I reckon they might fancy their chances, and if they do, it's going to make it a nice open game for us, because I can guarantee that while City will be making changes in this game, there will still be a strong side out. And I say that because Man City have got so much strength in depth that you look at our team that did look at the bench of our last game, just have a look at it. That is the quality that you're going to have to deal with when going up against Manchester City. We're able to rotate at a phenomenal standard. Players that should be starting games and will be starting every single Premier League game for probably every single club bar Liverpool. They're playing on Manchester City and they're making the bench, not even getting into the first team squad. All this comes about with squad rotation. So I think it's up to City to be able to have the quality on the pitch to be able to make it show. We're at the Etihad Stadium. We're not at Vale Park this time. We need to make that pitch nice and big, show them all about how good we can be, raise that standard. An early goal would work wonders for us. Like I said, though, Port Vale, 7,500 fans. They'll be well up for this game. I still got a vivid memory of Middlesbrough coming to the Etihad Stadium a few years back, 2014 or something. Championship club, I think, at the time. Caused an upset, beat us 2-0 playing on the counter-attack. It was causing us problems then. Counter-attack football causing us problems now as well. Nice to know things haven't changed much. So there we go. Set pieces, they're going to be a danger, Port Vale, I would suspect. I also think that they're going to be able to put in things like long balls, long throws, things like that, and be able to cause us problems. So, like I said, it's up to City to raise the standard of this game. I'm not too sure this would be a both teams to score, if I'm honest. I think you're a brave person if you're going to put a bet on this being a both teams to score game. I think it'll be a low scoring game, and I don't think it'll be a classic. I don't think it'll be a very good game, but I do think City will have a strong squad. So if you're looking at things like first goal scorer or goal scorers to score any time, Sergio Aguero didn't start in the last game. He's in desperate need of some minutes. Possibly might be seeing Aguero starting in this game. I think him to score any time in 90 minutes would probably be a safe bet. Maybe wait until the teams are announced an hour before kick-off, then have a look and see what you think. Now, for City, wholesale changes. We've got some players that haven't played too much over the festive period because they're a rotated player, so we're probably going to be seeing them play. We're probably going to be seeing some young players play too. The team's going to look quite fresh. It probably have a good, nice, fresh, young feel to it. Port Vale will look at the team. More than likely, they'll be looking at the defence thinking, actually, we can have a go, then look at attack and think, actually, that's pretty scary, and they'll probably end up putting all their men behind the ball, lumping the ball forward, and if that happens, I can guarantee City will break them down over 90 minutes. For us, though, it's all about just winning this game, moving on with our lives. There's replays at hand. Port Vale will be thinking if we can manage to grind out a 0-0 or get a goal and get a 1-1 or something like that, or even win the game. They'll be thinking money. They'll be thinking replay. They know if we get them back to Vale, get us back to Vale Park. They'll be confident then, sell out Vale Park, get a load of money and possibly even cause an upset. The pitch will be deteriorated midweek. City having a fixture congestion. They'll fancy the chances. So it's all about us being professional and, for me, getting the job done. In terms of team news for City, though, Stones is going to be out. Ederson had an illness, probably won't be starting in this game. Leroy Sané and Emirates Laporte definitely out for this game. Otamendi more than likely won't be featuring either. We've got the Manchester derby coming up on Tuesday in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. I imagine City will be making some changes in anticipation of that game. So the players have started quite a few games over the last few weeks. The Raheem Sterlings, the Riyad Mahrezes, the Kevin De Bruynes, the Fernandinhos. They'll more than likely be rested. May see one or two of them starting against United in what will be a rotated squad too, as City then will turn their attentions back to the Premier League and trying to, well, bridge the gap on Liverpool, I was going to say, but more realistic is trying to overtake Leicester and get back to second place. But yeah, that's kind of how the season has gone. So I'd be taking the cup competition seriously. So I think a rotated squad will go out, but a strong squad will definitely go out too. I've gone for my score prediction, 2-0 to Manchester City. Not a classic. I think it might take us a little bit of time to be able to grind down Port Vale and make this game how they want it to be. I'm not too sure if we're going to go with 4 at the back or 5 at the back. I was just having a look at with the rotated squad that we're probably going to go with, particularly at the back. I'm not too sure that 5 at the back would be feasible unless someone like Otamendi has come back. He might start in the middle of the defence, possibly. That could be an option. I just want any player that's got an illness or an injury or anything like that, I just simply wouldn't risk them, if I'm honest. There's just no need. Like I said, I'll put up my team prediction now for you so you can just have a feel of what I think the team will be. So I've gone for Bravo in net. I'm not too sure if Bravo is going to be starting against Manchester United. Bravo started the last couple of games in the Premier League for City, and if he's going to be starting versus United too, I think this would be an ideal preparation for Bravo to have a rest, because if Ederson isn't feeling 100% for it, and Ederson ends up still not feeling 100% by the Manchester derby, and Bravo picks up an injury in this game, then we'll have to play Scott Carson. So I'm just wondering if we might see Scott Carson start in this game and make his debut for Manchester City. Keep an eye on that one. Go for Cancelo right back, Angelino left back. I feel like Cancelo needs more games. Had a good game in his last game. Needs more games. Get him in still. See what he can do. Get some momentum going. Angelino going in. Angelino didn't start in the last game. Put him in. Gone for Harwood-Bellis and Eric Garcia to start at centre-backs, 2 of City's young players. Seen it before in the Carabao Cup. I think we'll see it again in the FA Cup. I've gone for Tommy Doyle at defensive midfield, just purely because Fernandinho needs a rest, Rodri needs a rest. We could see Gundogan starting there, but like I said before, why? What harm does it do playing Tommy Doyle there? I'd play him. Go for Phil Foden to sit in front of him, occupying that attacking midfield roles along with David Silva, and then the attack, Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling, Sergio Aguero. I did say that Raheem Sterling might need an arrest, but only other options we've got really is Ian Poveda. I'm not too sure if we're going to go with Ian Poveda. I imagine he might feature on the bench. Might see a couple of other young players like Luke Bolton. Might even see Adrian Bernabe too coming onto the bench. I'm not too sure if they'll be starting or not. But yeah, Raheem Sterling didn't start in the last game, so I've gone for him to start in this game. Possibly to start against Manchester United, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. But as of next weekend, as long as we win this game, we can then have a week's rest. So just giving a player 1 game's rest, in my opinion, will be more than satisfactory. Know that they've just got 2 games to go, then they've got a nice week's rest. So yeah, love to know your thoughts in the comments below of your team and score prediction for this game. 5:31 kickoff time. GMT in the evening at the Etihad Stadium, Saturday the 4th of January. FA Cup, 3rd round tie. Let's go. By the way, you're wondering why it's kicking off at 5:31 and not 5:30. It's kick off at that time due to, I think it's mental health awareness, which is taking a minute to think. So all the games are kicking off 1 minute later than what they normally would. This game is not, in the UK anyway, on television, so if you can get yourself down to the game, it is cheaper tickets for the FA Cup for this game. Go and get a ticket, get yourself down to the game. If not, online commentary, I'm sure imagine there'll probably some streams as well, wink wink. But yeah, I hope everyone has a cracking day. City fans, Port Vale fans, have a great day. Fingers crossed we can come out with the win, get to the 4th round, and look about trying to defend our trophy once more. We'll go for the Carabao Cup, we're in the FA Cup. Let's go. So I'll see you all again for the analysis for this game. We've also got daily transfer updates for Manchester City, rocking and rolling. Go and check them out and make sure you stay tuned for the next one. So make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Social media links in description below and popping up on screen for my Twitter and Instagram. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below with your score and team prediction for this game. And I'll see you all again for the next video. So it's been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.